Okay, I put a piece of maple on the lathe now, and in the chuck we got everything all tightened up, got the tailstock up, so let's see what we can do with this one. This one we're going to take down quite a bit. That maple turns nice, comes off there nice. Okay, on this one, I need to pull that out a little bit so that I can clean that bottom part up. One thing I didn't show on the others is that this bottom needs to be cleaned and dished out just a little bit, so when the cork goes up in there, it makes a nice tight fit. So this one I want to do it before I put that piece of cork back on there. So on the other two that I already did, I already took care of that. So we'll put that up there. We really don't need the tailstock anymore since we're nice and round. We'll put that on there. I just used a 16th inch parting tool and clean that up in there. So let's make sure we unlock the spindle before we turn it on. And it really is just a matter of screwing up this end. And then kind of dishing it out a little bit. That way, make sure your cork gets a nice tight fit on the bottom of our stock. Doesn't need to be a lot. That's probably enough. Take this off again. And I'll take my little piece of cork that I had and I'll stick that back on there like that. Stick everything back in. And that nice and tight. There we go. Alright, let's see what we can come up with here on this one. Alright, we'll go back to our spindle gouges and see what we can do here. I think I'll bring that tailstock back up. I'll bring the tailstock back up till we get some of this cleaned up here. You can always take it away later. There we go. I need to get a shorter tool rest one of these days. Okay. clean this little spot up right in here. Our small parting tool here. Clean this up a little bit. As I was watching the news this weekend and seeing all the snow in the Northeast, certainly reminded me of my days in Syracuse. So I feel for you. Don't hurt yourself shoveling, because that's strenuous to do that. So I thought I'd make us a little snowman bottle stopper here. Give him a nice big hat. Let's clean his hat up a little bit at the top. Make it a little bit. Touch up down in here. Make his little hat band a little cleaner. Okay, there we go. We got a little snowman looking bottle stopper for those in the Northeast that are still trying to shovel their driveways this morning. So we'll sand him up and then we'll finish that one. Okay, here's our last blank that we glued up this morning. It's that piece of curly maple. It's longer than it needs to be, but we'll trim it off here when we get closer. So let's make it round, see what we can do. Yep, see, that's why I said we don't want to get a catch. Let's see. We may have twisted that one right off. So, yeah, that's why we don't want to get a catch on those things, because that collar check really grabs a hold of them, and it's very unforgiving when you do that. So Lesson learned. Okay, we got our snowman all sanded up. I thought what I'd do is kind of accentuate that thing right above his head and his hat there. It didn't come out exactly the way I wanted it, so if we can't make it look the way we want it, then we'll just bring some attention to it. So what I'm going to use this thing called a wire burner, and it just burns a groove in there. So let's see how that looks. I need a little speed. We're going to do that. So we take this wire and hold it in there, and it should start smoking. There we go. So it just puts a little decoration in there. And the other thing what I want to do is do something with this little hat band right here. So I have a piece of ebony, and I'm not sure how this is going to work out. I'm going to take this piece of ebony and I'm going to press it on there, and hopefully it'll transfer to some of the hat band there and make it look black. If not, we can always touch it up with a Sharpie. I don't want to push too hard on it because we saw what happened to the other stopper there that didn't exactly work out. So let's see what we can do. So let's push that on there. I think I got that too high. Let's see. Hopefully we can get some of this to transfer over. Well, if nothing else, it burned itself over. Well, let's take the magic Sharpie and see if we can do something with it. There we go. It gives us a little bit of a headband. There's a couple spots that didn't really fill in too good, so we'll just take and fill them in. Alright, that's all with that, and we'll come back and put some finish on them here in a minute. Alright, this is our mahogany stopper. I did the same thing I did to the little snowman. I burnt those lines in there to give that a little decoration. We're gonna put the same finish on these that we put on that on a little simple segmented bowl. If you watched that video, it's basically it's a triple E polishing and wax compound, and then we'll follow it up with some a product called shellac wax, which is basically a shellac based wax. So basically what you put that on there. We'll turn the lathe on, and then we'll just wipe it off, polish it in. Get that out of there. Fresh paper towel here. All right, well that really shines those up and smooths them out. It really makes it look nice. Another paper towel, a little bit of our shellac wax. Doesn't take much. I tend to sometimes probably put on more than I need, but I'll put that on here, rub it around, and we'll rub it in. Paper towel, finish this off. there we go. It's all cleaned up and ready to put the cork on. I'll do the other two, same process, and then we'll come back and put the corks on and we'll be done. Okay, well, I finished up our bottle stoppers. I took and glued on the corks. I just used some epoxy, then I fleshed the end up and cleaned it up with a chisel a little bit. There's our walnut one that looks pretty good. This is our mahogany. That was come out pretty nice. We used the wire burner and put the decorations in the top of that. Here's our snowman head bottle stopper. That, if I can get him into the camera there, he came out kind of nice. Looks all right. I decided not to use the chestnut piece. It I don't know. It got a pretty deep check in it, and I'm not quite sure that it'll actually turn out at all. So I'll either keep it around and give it a try one day or not. So, and I get these other walnut things, which, like I said, I'm still on the fence about those. So I'm not sure whether they're worth even putting the effort into. So anyway, those are our bottle stoppers, wine stoppers project for today. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you would like to leave any comments, please feel free to do so. Also, if you would like to subscribe to my channel, all that really means is that you get an email alert if I post new videos. It's not a subscription for anything, doesn't cost anything, and there's no solicitation for funds or any of that kind of stuff. So if you're so inclined, please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you for watching.